This lady is an op. This lady is an op. There's no way around it. In one breath, Stephanie White wants to finally come to grips in terms that the Indiana Fever is Caitlin Clark's team. Now, we all know she was forced and pressured into saying that. She had said multiple times, Kelsey Mitchell's the main priority here, yada, yada, yada. And we have in this article where Stephanie White blasts Caitlin Clark fans again, calling them toxic as if her fans, because KTV is a Caitlin Clark fan. She's my favorite basketball player to watch, male or female. Point blank, period. Now she's calling us toxic for saying the obvious about the sabotage that was going on in this league and how this woman has been targeted since before she even stepped foot in it, all while Stephanie White wants to ignore the facts of what the other players in this league have done. From disrespecting fans, starting fake racial investigations, going on platform. Like, I'm going to give you the facts that Stephanie White wanted to leave out. This is nasty work. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things on a Sunday. Let's get into it. So, we had this article here. Obviously, Stephanie White was recently on Sue Bird's podcast, where she kind of spoke about the toxicity around the league and things that needs to change. Let's get into it. Here it says, Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White shared a strong message about negativity surrounding the WNBA. Here it says, the WNBA experiencing a massive growth period over the past couple of years is an undoubtedly good thing. In fact, there's a case to be made that it could not have come at a better time for the league, given that the Players Association is currently in negotiations with the WNBA league office for the next collective bargaining agreement. And we have witnessed this debacle from start to finish. We have witnessed this thing go on and on from before the season started, where we had players like Angel Reese talking about people are only going to be playing an unrivaled and all of that. That was before this past WNBA season even started, all the way up through the season with people like Satu Sabali calling out the WNBA and all of these people, the pay us what you owe us shirts during All-Star. We have watched this debacle from start to finish. Here it says, if women's basketball hadn't experienced this boom in popularity, which is largely in part to star players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Beckers. I don't know why they keep trying to throw them in it. I get Angel Reese did bring some popularity. Paige Beckers did too, but they don't need to be a part of the Caitlin Clark conversation. Caitlin Clark is the reason for the boom in the WNBA, point blank, period. It's not because of no Angel Reese. It's not because of no Paige Beckers. They had some of the lowest attendance for their games throughout the entire season. So I don't know why they keep trying to lump them in with Caitlin Clark. But whatever. It's hard to imagine the WNBA players would get vastly increased salaries they're going to receive as part of a ratified CBA, or at least their salaries wouldn't have increased to the same degree. Now, we know they wouldn't be asking for all this money if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. But this is the new attention on women's basketball isn't wholly positive. With many fans flocking to the sport, this has brought a lot of negativity among select players, especially on social media. Much of the discourse around teams, players, and rivalries, with the most notable being between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, breeds a lot of nastiness and tribalism on social media that players are thrown in the middle of. Stephanie White's stance on toxicity around WNBA speaks volumes. Here it says, Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White was the guest on a December 5 episode of Bird's Eye View, which is hosted by WNBA legend Sue Bird. While asked what changes she'd like to see in the WNBA at one point, and delivered a potent message. After speaking about how WNBA has become mainstream in the past couple of years, White said, some things I like to change. I like to change the toxicity around our league. I know that's not really a controllable factor. I love the fact that the women in our league are always at the forefront of social change and in sports in general, but women in particular. I think we want to continue to expand the footprint to to look to make the league longer. While at it, it's tough with the calendar. It's tough with everything we have to compete against. These women deserve the opportunity to have this as their only job, number one, and to be able to play a true season and to have an off season to their bodies can recover. And hopefully we won't see the same amount of injury as recently. White is speaking for all true fans and members of women's basketball community when calling out the toxicity around the league in this way. Now, calling out the fans, basically, when you say, oh, you can't control it, yada, 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 you're basically saying it's the fans and it's the people. It's Caitlin Clark fans. Now, you are ignoring the things that the players have done. These players have gone on. Arike Agumbawale was on ESPN during Caitlin Clark's rookie year, calling out fans saying, we don't want you. We had people like Ryan Howard go at a post-game podium and disrespect Asia Wilson fans because they showed up and cheered for Asia Wilson at an Atlanta Dream game that was a home game for the Atlanta Dream. And she gets mad that people are cheering for Asia Wilson at an Atlanta Dream game. So now hard-working fans who spend their hard-earned money to go to a basketball game can't cheer for who they want to cheer for. So she's mad that she was disrespecting fans for cheering for Asia Wilson, but in the same breath, we had Kalia Copper of the Phoenix Mercury get mad and call out fans for booing DeWanna Bonner, who left the Indiana Fever, who was on the opposing Phoenix Mercury team when they went to play in Indiana. So fans can't cheer for an Asia Wilson on a road game, but they also can't boo an opposing player coming into their arena. What can fans do? We've seen all types of fans be called racist. Black fans of Caitlin Clark, like myself, be called the raccoons, all types of stuff. These people come at the fans all the time. The players. You never address the things that these players have done to contribute to any negativity around the league. You never do that. It took Nafisa Collier getting taken out for the remainder of the postseason for you guys to finally say something about the refs. What are we talking about here? The players are the ones who had Caitlin Clark as the most flagrantly fouled player in the league. That was the players. Don't make that about fans. The organization, there's been organizations such as the Indiana Fever who lied and hid injuries about Caitlin Clark the whole time, all while using her to sell tickets and saying she's game to game and day to day for months at a time. You don't think that contributed? See, you guys want to make this just about the fans, and I've watched all of these players go out and disrespect fans, all while trying to use the money and the fandom that Caitlin Clark has brought in to capitalize and to make money off of. What are we talking about here? We had reporters giving false injury reports, conflicting insider reports from the same organization. But you're going to call out the fans. No, it's just finally people here that actually care, that are willing to hold y'all accountable. Don't make it seem like, oh, the fans are making this top. No. We are calling it like we see it. It's that simple. If you want to call out the toxicity, call out everything around the board. Call out the people that started fake racial investigate. Call out all of it. Don't just try to make it about Caitlin Clark fans. And this is why I believe Stephanie White needs to be fired. And I stand on that. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.